What is up, fight fans? In today's video, Khabib is under fire after he gives the worst possible reply to Conor during the NFT scandal. Now, we have collected everything for you: what actually happened, why fans are angry, and how the MMA world reacted. And trust me, some reactions will surprise you.
Brother, who cares? Who cares, brother?
Plus, after taking shots at Khabib, Conor eventually shifted his attention to Islam Makhachev too. In this video, we will also talk about Topuria and the UFC's big plans for him.
Topuria posted, "I'm dealing with some personal problems."
And Joe Rogan's reaction when he heard Jake Paul wants to fight Anthony Joshua, and much more. So, let's get started. But don't forget to like and subscribe. We are almost to 100,000 subscribers, so let's do this together while we hit that milestone. Khabib Nurmagomedov is under fire after an NFT project blows up. Fans accuse him that he couldn't have given a worse reply to Conor McGregor over his alleged scam.
In Dagestan, this hat means something. It's called a papacha. It shows where you come from. It's about respect, discipline, the things my father teach me.
Khabib Nurmagomedov has always been seen as one of the most respected athletes in MMA, and after retiring undefeated, he moved into coaching, managing fighters, and launching different businesses. Eagle FC, his own supplement brand, and several partnerships that fans generally supported. But if there's one area where Khabib has never been fully trusted, it's crypto. And now, after promoting a new digital project, the situation around him exploded like never before. For Dagestanis and for Khabib's fans around the world, the papapka isn't just a hat, it's tradition, identity, and respect. Khabib made it even more iconic by wearing it during his walkouts in the UFC. So when he suddenly announced a digital papapka NFT, something fans had to buy with cryptocurrency, many people felt uncomfortable. To them, it wasn't just some online collectible. It felt like a cultural object being turned into a money-making tool. The backlash started immediately, and it only grew when the earnings became public. According to reports from KuCoin, Khabib's NFTs sold like crazy, and he made 350 million rubles, or $4.4 million, in one day. Once those numbers started spreading online, Khabib suddenly deleted most of the posts connected to that project. That move made fans even more suspicious. For many, the message was clear: he didn't expect the backlash to get this big. Now, of course, Conor McGregor couldn't stay quiet. Once he saw the situation, he immediately went on X and accused Khabib of using his father's name, writing, "There is just no way good guy Khabib used his late father's name and Dagestan's culture to scam his fans and fire sell a bunch of digital NFTs online, then delete everything after they were sold, leaving his fans robbed of their money." And Khabib unexpectedly responded to Conor, calling him a liar and defending the project, saying the NFTs were meant to be collectible gifts for fans, digital versions of a cultural symbol, not a scam. But McGregor fired back again, pointing out that if something is being sold, it can't be called a gift. "Apologize this instant for using your late father's name to sell these gifts that cost your fans so much of their money. Also, to sell something means it is not a gift, you low IQ troglodyte. That is the direct opposite of what gift means. Scamming on your dead daddy's name? Shame. I just got one of a dual monop papapka hat that you were selling online. I got it off some guy from India and he got it from some guy from Pakistan. This is your legacy, I am so happy." Khabib responded, "My count is 56 former drug addicts at my rehabilitation centers in Dagestan that I treated. Come to Dagestan and they'll take care of you here. Mexico didn't help you as far as I can see." The internet split instantly. After Khabib responded to Conor McGregor, fans began analyzing his post word for word. A surprisingly large number of people said the same thing. Khabib's explanation didn't really make sense either. One fan wrote, "So I'm now confused if Khabib is refuting or endorsing it." Another wrote, "This doesn't sound like Khabib." Some even joked that the message looked like it was written by AI or Ali Abdelaziz, not by Khabib himself. Others said the tone felt too emotional and too defensive, not like the calm, controlled champion they were used to seeing. Khabib just wrote an advertisement to respond to him scamming. Or, even in your reply, you're still promoting your scam. It's hilarious. But Ilia Topuria responded to Conor, writing, "Get over it. The man took your soul, took your manhood. Nobody will ever respect you. Not even 1% as much as they respect Khabib. Go get a life, you piece of shit." But did Khabib actually understand how the whole NFT system works? He has always been extremely careful with anything involving money or reputation. Throughout his career, he was never involved in shady deals or questionable promotions. So this entire situation looks strangely similar to what happened to Khamzat Chimaev earlier this year when scammers used his name to promote crypto without his involvement. Many fans believe something similar could have happened to Khabib. Maybe the people running the project used his name and image while Khabib didn't realize what the final product would look like. But what do you personally think about all of this? Let me know down in the comments. Conor, after taking shots at Khabib, eventually shifted his attention to Islam Makhachev. McGregor reacted to a clip of Islam placing both UFC belts on his father's shoulders and wrote, "Great to see Islam honor his father. There aren't many fathers of double world champions. Truth." It's classic Conor. Plus, McGregor recently dropped a new video on X showing his back and shoulders looking absolutely massive, writing just one line, "Jacked for the comeback." And honestly, Conor looks bigger and stronger than we've seen him in years. Fans immediately started joking that he's getting ready to fight Khabib at the White House. Now, of course, that is just a joke, but do you think Conor will ever actually come back? Let me know what you think down in the comments. According to journalist Alvaro Colmenero, Ilia Topuria will not defend his lightweight belt in January or February. He says private situations changed everything and Ilia's return is expected sometime in the spring. Things have changed a lot behind the scenes, he said. "I can confirm Ilia won't fight in January. February, I doubt it. I expect him back between March and June."
I didn't see that one coming, Ilia.
Of course.
Right after this statement, Ilia Topuria himself released a statement saying he won't be fighting in the first quarter of 2026 due to a difficult moment in his personal life. He wrote, "I don't want to hold up the division. The UFC will make the matchups that need to be made, and as soon as I resolve these personal matters, I'll let the UFC know that I'm ready to start my return." Max Holloway sent Ilia a message of support. He wrote, "I know the struggle firsthand, trying to fight while protecting your kids. Hope all goes well." And Ilia replied, "Thanks for the support, brother. All the best to you and your family." Now, fans are already arguing. Some think Ilia is delaying the fight because of Arman Tsarukyan. Others believe the UFC is simply planning a huge champion versus champion super fight, Makhachev versus Topuria at the White House, and they don't want to risk anything.
But if you ask me, like, just logistically, I don't know, like, just defend. I feel like just solidify yourself at 155. Like, what is this one fight, no title defense, nothing, and then just go on to do other things. Like, with that, it's like, okay, let's say he goes up to 170. Let's say he beats Islam. So what, we're doing 185 next? It's let's get some defenses in there too. Let's be a dominant champ before we do something like go up. And like Islam, that guy is on a 15 fight win streak. That guy is finishing everybody, making black belts look easy. That makes sense to go up to 170. So like Ilia moving up to 170 now would be just like a freak show. You know, it's not really one of those
legacy, yeah.
Yeah, but nonetheless, like, I'd be tuning in. That'd be a banger anyways.
Daniel Cormier shared new behind-the-scenes info. The UFC actually wanted Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett. DC said it was a real discussion inside the company.
I know for a fact that they wanted to do Paddy versus Justin. A win over Justin after what he's done already, now I would have bought Paddy Pimblett fighting for the belt right now. Because I still believe that Paddy needs to continue to grow in the octagon a little bit because he's righted the ship and now he's fought so well that we go, man, the way he beat Chandler, we've never seen that before. But Ilia's a different beast.
Cormier also insists that the fight the world truly needs is Ilia Topuria versus Arman Tsarukyan, and nothing else comes close.
I believe that Arman versus Ilia is the fight, man. 100%. From the interactions they have, the way that you can tell that those guys don't like each other. Ilia said he slapped him the other day. Arman said he touched his face, and now he's saying he slapped him. It's easy to build a fight between these two, because when you build a fight between these two, you feel like it's going to be very competitive. You feel like there is a chance Arman Tsarukyan can win, but you also know that there's not a person in the world that Ilia Topuria can't beat.
I'll beat him everywhere. Just tell me how you want to see that fight, and I'll make it happen. I'll make him tired, and I'll throw my ups kick and knock him out. That's my plan.
But Dana White has finally cleared up the entire situation and announced the first 2 Paramount UFC cards for next year.
Obviously, you just saw Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett for the interim title. Earlier, Topuria posted, I'm dealing with some personal problems, so I'm not gonna fight the first quarter. So the winner of Gaethje versus Paddy will be the interim title, and then they will face Topuria. Kayla Harrison and Amanda Nunes for the bantamweight title. That's a fight. O'Malley and Song Yadong. Waldo Cortez Acosta versus Derek Lewis. Arnold Allen and Gene Silva. Alexa Grasso versus Rose Namajunas. Umar Nurmagomedov versus Figueiredo. And I'm going to announce this for you. 1 week later, we have Alexander Volkanovski versus Diego Lopez. So that's January 31st, UFC 325 from Sydney, Australia. There's a bunch of other fights on there. I'll tell you later. How's everybody? You guys good? You happy? You mad?
Max Holloway was doing a casual live stream when someone in the chat asked him about Ilia Topuria. Max immediately realized he was being baited and shut it down.
And you say, why you lost to Ilia? I caught. Motherfucker done caught me, bruh. You not watch the fight? Motherfucker hit me on the left foot. Yeah, then why the fuck you asking that question, you weirdo? What a weirdo.
Jake Paul posted his list of the top 10 most overrated athletes, and the internet exploded.
This is my top 10 most overrated athletes. These are all facts. Babe Ruth, overrated. Trevor Lawrence, overpaid and overrated. This one's gonna piss off a lot of people. Ronaldo, Ryan Garcia, Conor McGregor, Dak Prescott, insanely overrated. Anthony Edwards, overrated. Canelo Alvarez, overrated. Tua Tagliavoli, overrated. And lastly, Anthony Joshua, overrated. There you have it.
But the craziest part came when Joe Rogan heard that Jake wants to fight Anthony Joshua. Rogan called the idea one of the craziest propositions ever, pointing out how dangerous Joshua is and how unrealistic that matchup sounds.
What do you think about Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua?
Boy. Well, realistically, it's one of the craziest propositions of all time. You take a guy who just had a boxing match that looks like a sparring match with a 58-year-old Mike Tyson, and then you're going to fight one of the absolute scariest knockout artists in the heavyweight division. Maybe we should watch the Francis Ngannou fight so you could see. Let's watch that real quick, just so you can see what Anthony Joshua is capable if he's fighting someone that's not in his league. Okay, look, Usyk beat him, and he beat him twice, and Andy Ruiz caught him in the first fight and dropped him and stopped him. It was spectacular. Andy Ruiz is super talented. Usyk is perhaps the greatest heavyweight boxer of all time. Maybe one of the greatest of all time in any weight class. Usyk.
I'm grateful to be back in training. I'm grateful to have an opportunity to fight. I'm grateful for the experience of life. There's a lot to be grateful for, but right now we're in war mode.
Yeah,
so we ain't grateful yet. My mind's a bit different, but I'm grateful to be in training. I'm grateful to have an opportunity to fight. And I'm just grateful for life.
Merab Dvalishvili posted a short video saying he had a little incident today, but fans didn't know what he meant. But here's what actually happened.
Hey guys, make sure to watch my fight, UFC 323, buy tickets.
Get your tickets for UFC 323 at AXS.com.
Хорошо.
Meanwhile, Petr Yan is looking absolutely incredible ahead of his title fight with Merab. Honestly, he looks better than we've seen him in years. This matchup is becoming one of the most anticipated bantamweight fights of the year. So now we wait. Can Merab shock the world one more time? Let's see.
Do you need a little bit of that animosity to still do that to Petr Yan? Because I remember there was one thing that you did say. I can lose to anybody, but I cannot lose to Petr Yan.
Only one guy, if I lost against him, the Petr Yan, I will kill myself, you know? Because
What the fuck?
these guys,
Do you still feel that same way?
after I beat Peter first time, you know, it's like our mentality. Like when you beat somebody and after he has a fight, you're rooting for him. You know, I was like after me, he fought 3 times and I was like cheering for him. Let's go, Peter, like beat, you know, because it makes you look good too, you know, when you beat somebody tough guy. And now I was cheering too much to him and now I like him. It's hard to be mad about him. And he called me out and he was very respectful. I'm like, oh, I need to be mad at him again, you know, like it's hard.
I want to take the time out to say a happy Thanksgiving to the people who are not with their friends and family today. Happy Thanksgiving. And if no one tells you that they love you today, I love you. And Dutch loves you. Ain't that right, Dutch? That's right. Have a blessed day. We love you. Happy Thanksgiving.
That is all for today, but if you liked the video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. We appreciate you all.